My name is Dr. Audrey Larkwell, and I want to begin with a moment many women after 40 know too well. You stand in front of the mirror. You look at your waist, and you feel like something changed without your permission. The pants that used to close easily now feel tight. The belly that used to respond when you ate a little cleaner or walked a little more now seems to stay regardless. The bloating appears even on days when you did not overeat. Your stomach feels heavier by the end of the day. And the most frustrating part is not only how it looks, it is that you do not fully understand why it is happening, because you are not doing nothing. You are trying, you are walking, you are watching what you eat, you are skipping snacks, you are told to be more disciplined. But the old rules no longer produce the same results. And when that happens, most women begin blaming themselves. Maybe I have no discipline. Maybe my metabolism is ruined. Maybe this is just menopause. Maybe this belly is here to stay. But I want to ask a different question. What if your body is not broken? What if it is asking for a different strategy? Because menopause belly is not always solved by doing more of the same. More walking, less food, more guilt, more restriction. These are the old tools applied to a new situation. Sometimes the body after 40 does not need more pressure. It needs more understanding. Mayo Clinic explains that hormonal changes during menopause can make weight more likely to settle around the abdomen, while aging, lifestyle, and muscle loss also play major roles. That means menopause belly is not simply a failure of willpower. It can be a biological shift, hormones changing, muscle declining, sleep becoming lighter, stress affecting cravings, blood sugar becoming less stable, digestion becoming more sensitive, and fat storage moving toward the waist in a way many women were never taught to expect. So today, I want to walk you through what I would do for the next 3 weeks, and I want to be honest about what 3 weeks means and what it does not. 3 weeks will not make a menopause belly disappear. What 3 weeks can do is something more valuable. It can help you see the pattern. It can help you feel the difference between a body that is being punished and a body that is being supported. It can give you enough time to notice which habits make the belly feel worse, which ones make it feel more manageable, and what your body is actually asking for at this stage. 3 weeks is not a transformation. It is a direction. And when you have a direction, you stop losing energy to guessing. The first thing I would do is stop using the scale as the only judge. For 3 weeks, I would watch the pattern, not just the number. How does your belly feel in the morning compared to the evening? When does bloating appear? When do sugar cravings get loud? When does your energy drop? How are you sleeping? What foods leave you heavy and swollen? What meals leave you feeling steady? Because menopause belly is not always only fat. Sometimes it is fat. Sometimes it is bloating, sometimes it is water retention, sometimes it is blood sugar swings, sometimes it is sleep deprivation expressing itself through appetite the next day. And if you treat all of these as the same problem, you will keep choosing the wrong solution. Observation turns confusion into information, and information is the beginning of real control. The second thing I would do is eat to protect muscle, not eat less at any cost, eat with a purpose. Because one of the biggest mistakes women make after 40 is trying to shrink the body while accidentally losing muscle. Muscle helps the body use glucose. Muscle changes how the body looks and feels. Muscle supports energy. And when muscle declines quietly, the belly can feel more stubborn, even when calories are not the obvious problem. Research on body composition across the menopause transition has shown increases in fat mass and declines in lean mass in midlife women, making muscle protection especially important. So for 3 weeks, I would make protein non-negotiable, not extreme, not complicated, but present at every meal. Eggs, Greek yogurt, fish, chicken, turkey, beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, whatever fits your preferences and medical needs. The point is to stop sending the body the message that muscle is optional. The third thing I would do is add fiber before cutting more food. Many women try to remove before they support. They remove carbs, remove dinner, remove breakfast, then wonder why cravings become impossible. Fiber helps fullness. Fiber supports digestion. Fiber slows the way meals affect blood sugar. So for 3 weeks, I would ask not only what to cut, but what the body is missing. Vegetables, berries, beans, lentils, chia seeds, ground flax, oats, avocado, gradually added, not forced. Because cravings are not always weakness. Sometimes they are the body looking for quick energy because the day was built on too little protein, too little fiber, too little sleep, and too much stress. The fourth thing I would do is walk after meals, not just walk randomly. Walking is powerful. But timing matters. A 10 to 15-minute walk after eating can help the body use glucose more effectively because working muscles pull glucose from the bloodstream. So for 3 weeks, I would think of walking less as calorie burning and more as glucose support. After breakfast if possible, after lunch if possible, after dinner if possible. Not long. Just consistent. Because menopause belly is often connected to how the body handles energy after meals, not only to the total amount eaten. The fifth thing I would do is add strength training 2 or 3 times a week. I know many women resist this. They worry about getting bulky. But after 40, the real risk for most women is not too much muscle. The real risk is losing muscle quietly and then wondering why the belly feels harder to change. Bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, resistance bands, glute bridges, simple dumbbell exercises done safely. The goal is a signal to the body. Keep this muscle, use this strength, support this metabolism. 3 weeks can begin a new relationship with strength, and that relationship changes everything over months. The sixth thing I would do is protect sleep like it is part of the metabolic plan, because it is. Many women try to reduce menopause belly while sleeping poorly, waking often, managing night sweats, or lying awake at 3 a.m. Then the next day, cravings hit harder, energy drops, sugar calls louder, and the body feels harder to guide. So for 3 weeks, I would treat sleep as a serious part of the strategy. Cooler room, consistent bedtime, less alcohol, less caffeine in the afternoon, less heavy eating before bed, more wind down time. And if hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, or anxiety are regularly disrupting sleep, a conversation with a qualified healthcare professional is worth having because broken sleep does not stay in the bedroom. It follows you into your metabolism every single day. The seventh thing I would do is stop fighting cravings with guilt and start investigating them. Guilt does not stabilize blood sugar. Guilt does not improve sleep. Guilt does not build muscle. If sugar cravings hit every night, instead of saying I have no willpower, I would ask, did I eat enough protein today? Did I eat enough fiber? Did I skip meals? Did I sleep poorly? Was I stressed? Cravings are information. They may be pointing to a more satisfying dinner, more protein earlier in the day, a short walk after eating, or a sleep routine that closes the craving window before it opens. The eighth thing I would do is reduce the biggest belly triggers for 3 weeks. Not forever, just as an honest experiment. For many women, the biggest triggers are alcohol, high sugar snacks, refined flour, late-night eating, and large salty meals. These can worsen bloating, cravings, sleep quality, water retention, and energy crashes. So for 3 weeks, I would simplify. More whole foods, more protein, more vegetables, more water, fewer foods that consistently leave you swollen or tired the next morning. It is not about restriction. It is about listening for the signal beneath the noise. Now there is a ninth piece I want to add honestly. I do not believe one supplement fixes everything, and I do not believe any product replaces protein, strength training, sleep, and stress management. But I do believe that after 40, the body often needs more nutritional support than diet alone reliably provides, especially during the hormonal and metabolic transition of menopause. Some women find that adding a clean, plant-based daily formula into their morning routine makes the other habits feel more consistent. Not because the formula does all the work, but because it supports the internal environment that makes the other steps more effective. Blood sugar that is more stable makes cravings easier to manage. Less chronic inflammation means the body responds better to movement. Better cellular energy means the motivation to maintain the routine is more available. And when the gut is better supported, the bloating that had been making the belly feel hopeless begins to feel more manageable. This is what a thoughtfully chosen natural daily supplement can do, quietly and consistently in the background of the other habits. The kind of support that works best when you give it weeks, not days. Because real metabolic change is not dramatic. It is the belly that feels a little less swollen by the end of the second week. the cravings that feel a little less urgent by the third, the morning that arrives slightly lighter because the previous night was slightly better. The 10th thing I would do, and perhaps important, is stop chasing a perfect plan and build a repeatable one. The plan that works is not the one that sounds impressive. It is the one you can actually repeat when you are tired, when life is busy, when motivation is not cooperating. For 3 weeks, a simple rhythm: protein and fiber at breakfast, a short walk after 1 or 2 meals, strength training 2 or 3 times a week, a sleep routine that protects rest, less alcohol and added sugar, more water and whole foods, a daily natural formula that fits the routine without disrupting it, a simple record of bloating, cravings, energy, and sleep, so patterns become visible. That is enough to begin, because 3 weeks is long enough to see patterns, long enough to feel the difference between a body being pushed and a body being supported, long enough to begin rebuilding trust. The most important shift may not happen first in the mirror. It may happen in the way you speak to yourself. Instead of, "My body is broken, my body is changing." Instead of, "Nothing works, the old strategy may not fit this stage." Instead of, "I have no discipline, my cravings may have a cause." Instead of, "This belly is permanent, this is information, and I can respond." That is a real shift in agency. And when you stop guessing, you stop wasting energy on strategies that do not fit. You stop trying to outwalk a muscle problem. You stop trying to starve a metabolism problem. You stop blaming yourself for a sleep problem. You stop calling cravings weakness when the body is asking for steadier fuel. You begin acting with clarity, and clarity brings a kind of hope that guilt never could. So if your menopause belly will not go away, hear this clearly. Your body is not beyond support. Your metabolism is not dead. Your belly is not a life sentence. The next chapter requires a different approach, a calmer one, a stronger one, a more supportive one. If you recognized your own pattern in more than one of these steps, do not keep guessing. The guide in the first link of the description was created exactly for this moment, for the woman whose menopause belly will not go away, who is tired of trying the wrong strategy, and who wants a clear, realistic path forward. The guide is waiting for you. Click the first link in the description and see. And if the link is hard to find, the same guide is in the pinned comment below this video. This is Dr. Audrey Larkwell. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If this message helped you see your menopause belly with more clarity and less blame, please subscribe to the channel. Every week, we explore the hormonal changes, metabolic shifts, and evidence-informed habits that help women after 40 feel stronger, lighter, clearer, and more confident in their own bodies. Your waist may have changed, but your confidence does not have to disappear with it. The next 3 weeks can be the beginning of a better relationship with your body. One choice, one meal, one walk, one night of better sleep, one strength session, one signal at a time.